Let me talk to you real quick. Because people love saying individualism hurts the collective. I mean, they say it with conviction, guilt tripping, almost like they dropping some ancient black proverb or something. When in reality, they ain't speaking wisdom, they're just speaking fear. Because here's the truth that they don't want to admit. They don't really hate individualism because it hurts the collective. They really hate individualism because it exposes that the collective was never solid to begin with. Let's be honest about that. This whole idea that black unity is sacred and any individual who steps outside the lines of it is a traitor, that ain't love, fam. That's emotional slavery. I chose to think for myself. I chose to build in peace. I chose God's structure over street loyalty. And all of a sudden, boom, I'm a threat to the culture. No, I'm really just a threat to the delusion. And no, I'm not tearing the collective down. I'm just refusing to carry it on my back while it spits in my face every day. Because let me ask you this. If the collective is built on dysfunction, if the collective protects predators and shames protectors, if the collective promotes death music, trash values, and trauma worship, then why is leaving that behind called betrayal? Why don't we call it survival? That's the real question. Because they don't want strong individuals, I notice. They want compliant bodies, soldiers without standards. They want your energy, but not your independence. See, when you break off and you start building something clean, something righteous, something orderly, they start panicking. Not because you hurting them, but because you're exposing them. It's almost like your separation says, I don't need this mess to be whole. And it don't. You don't. That terrifies folks who only feel strong inside the crowd. Because let's talk real collectivism real quick. A real collective is built on shared values, common goals, clear boundaries, mutual respect, divine structure. But what we got is damn sure not a collective. If anything, it's more like cultural peer pressure wrapped in black skin. That's the best way I can describe it. They say we all we got, but treat you like trash when you don't play along. Say we need unity, but only unity under dysfunction. And what happens when you step out of line? Now you hurting the people. Nope, you're not hurting the people. The people are hurting themselves. And they just mad you stop volunteering your soul for free. And before I go forward, let me go right ahead and address all potential backlash, such as you're abandoning your people. No, I'm just refusing to worship a broken system. I'm not sacrificing my peace for your performance piece. If everyone went solo, we'd all be finished. No, we wouldn't. We would be more honest. Because most of y'all ain't really into unity like that. You just trauma bonded and too scared to be alone. And last but not least, you think you're better than us. Well, for one, I think I was created for better, and two, I stopped apologizing for that. And you know why that hit so hard to some people? Because true individualism forces people to face God alone. It strips away the crowd, it strips away the slogans, and it strips away all the excuses. When you walk in divine order, people can't hide behind culture anymore. That's the real reason why they hate it. They say you're selfish, but you're really just sanctified. They say you're turning your back on the people, but really you turning forward. But let me say this clearly to end the video off. You want unity, build individuals worth uniting with. If not, don't cry when people separate. Don't beg for loyalty when you never built trust. And don't guilt trip men like me when we finally said, I'm done carrying the weight of collective dysfunction just to prove I'm black enough. Done with it. Because if this is what collective has become, then individualism isn't the threat. It's the escape route.